Well, hey kids, this is the protest show. Welcome to the Idiocracy Banana Joe's Republic, episode 5. I'm your host and non-essential free speech firebrand, Thor Ramsey, fighting the rising tide of wokeness one joke at a time. Watch for these signs of a crashing democracy, a democracy, if you will. Or some cool graphic of a building imploding right here, maybe. If we can find that. If not, then I just told you what would look cool if we had a budget. Anyway, here's the sign to look for. Forced morality. I'm talking about stuff like this. California State Assembly member Evan Lowe, who introduced a bill that would require retailers to stop dividing toys into boys and girls sections, and those who didn't comply would face a $1,000 fine. Now, this is just a guess, but I bet he's a Democrat, right? This is why a Biden administration is so frightening. People like Evan Lowe with minds like his. No one wants to legislate morality more than Democrats because you can't get people to go along with this crap willingly. No. He's also introducing a bill to eliminate all sizing in clothing. Size is a social construct, you know, unless you have a weight problem. Here's the reality, folks. If you're overweight, and you've always been overweight, then you're not overweight. That's called maintaining. In The Guardian, the most liberal paper in the United Kingdom, so they'll be easy to make fun of, probably, Lisa Celine Davis wrote an article supporting the elimination of toy sections for boys and girls. She writes, "It affects children of every sex and gender identity, and it's far from absurd." Side note, she's not good at distances, okay? Because it might not be far from absurd, but it's really close to crazy. She argues that toys were relatively ungendered at the beginning of the 20th century. Fact check, no. Then she contradicts herself in the article by saying boys like dolls so much that action figures, dolls for boys, and there she said it, dolls for boys, meaning boys like different kinds of dolls than girls, you know, dolls with grenades. Boys like army men dolls and superhero dolls. Not that girls can't like army men and superheroes. I have a G.I. Joe that's still paying alimony to a Barbie he had a relationship with in 1973. I'm telling you, be careful about mixing your toy sections. How do you think she got that beach house? Because when he doesn't pay, the Judge Judy doll gets really upset. In the article, Lisa Celine Davis claims that Target stopped gendering toy sections in 2015. Target may have taken down the signs, but it probably wasn't to ungender the children. It was so grown men wouldn't be ashamed to add to their action figure collections. Yes, they're collectibles. We don't play with them anymore. We don't take them out of their boxes. This is my Joe Frazier Muhammad Ali action figure set. It's actually signed by Joe Frazier. I don't let my kids play with this. They'll diminish the value. Like, don't touch that. This could pay for your house one day. Keep those toys separate. Call me old-fashioned, but I don't want Joe Frazier hitting Barbie. That's unacceptable in any toy aisle. By the way, all my comic books are in baggies. I explained to my daughter, these aren't just stories. They're lessons in compassion and leadership showing how you can make the world a better place by sharing your gifts with others. And then she looked up at me and sweetly asked, "Can I read them?" Heck no, honey, you'll bend the pages. But here's the clincher to this mentality about wanting to eliminate toy sections. Lisa Celine Davis writes, "I would much prefer to see this important shift occur voluntarily rather than be legislated." Let's say that again. I would much prefer to see this important shift occur voluntarily rather than be legislated. But sometimes the law leads the zeitgeist. When she said this, I believe the Imperial March for Star Wars was playing in the background. She further stated, "It is absurd to believe that pink and rainbows and hearts and kindness are for girls and blue and trucks and balls and roughness are for boys. Unless you have children." I just want to say to all the young boys and girls out there who like those things, we're going to take them away from you. They're not good for you, kids. Give them up. Let go of that toy gun. No toy Nerf guns for you, child. Even the fake Santa at the mall says, "No toy guns for you, little boy," until you cry, and then I buy you one myself, because there's literally no evidence that boys playing with toy guns and shooting and killing and playing like they are grow up to be violent. I played with toy guns all the time. I had action figures. I had army men. They were killing each other all the time, blowing things up. I had a lot of fun as a child. I don't even own a gun. I've never owned a gun. Okay? All I've done is grown up to stand in a garage and recite jokes to an audience that isn't there. That's the worst that could happen. And this isn't, during a pandemic, this isn't so bad, is it? I don't know. I have no idea if it's bad or not. There's no audience. Concerning the elimination of toy sections, this journalista further states, as stores reopen, they can discontinue the homophobic and sexist practice of hypergendering kids' toys. So here's what you can look forward to toy shopping this Christmas season, Mom and Dad. Mystery Date is being reissued as Mystery Pronoun. Mattel, the maker of Barbie, is becoming much more honest. They're discontinuing the Barbie Dream House. Instead, they'll be selling the Barbie Eating Disorder Treatment Center. Feed her a burger, push her belly, watch it come right back up. Now that's a toy boys might even like. As Barbie changes to discourage hypergendering, oddly, Ken remains the same. A doll ahead of its time. I don't want to refer to him as he. That would be offensive to Ken. Other toy manufacturers are also virtue signaling. Baby Alive, unless you choose otherwise. They also sell a toy hidden camera, so you can catch junior Planned Parenthood workers selling off toy baby parts. This all comes included in the Baby Alive, Don't Worry, the Media Will Spin This playset. Now, more traditional parents need to be careful buying toys. This toy may not be what you think. The former versions of all these toys will soon be illegal. Get them while supplies last, and you can afford the bail. This trend is even hitting the playground, wherever that's legal. While playing tag, children will be discouraged from yelling, "You're it." They'll be encouraged to yell, "You're they." Congress is proposing the NSA intercept letters to Santa this Christmas season to make sure kids aren't being unduly influenced to choose gender-specific toys. Santa was quoted as saying, "What the bleep?" Yeah, can't say what Santa said. This is actually the first year in the history of Christmas Santa himself ended up on the naughty list. In closing, Greta Thunberg, the manufactured teen climate change sensation, has a special message for kids this Christmas. Kids, you must understand the importance of not ending up on the naughty list. It has worldwide ramifications. When you're naughty, Santa brings you a piece of coal. Coal creates carbon emissions. Carbon emissions cause global warming. When you don't make your bed, you're destroying the world. How dare you? Tears, tears. How dare you? Tears, tears. Have you seen that clip of her? If Christians were that obnoxiously self-righteous every Sunday, no one would come to church. We're not that way every Sunday. So, not every Sunday. Come on now. But anyway. I'm Thor Ramsey, and I hope you're less woke, America.